Hello and welcome. I'm resuming just where I left off in our Songs of Syx playthrough. And from now on forward, as I said, I will do a bit more editing, cut out a bit more of the boring parts. So first of all, what I'm going to do now is grow the colony a bit. Just let some time pass, try to finish the laboratory. I will probably build 1 or 2 more longhouses, and then as a next goal I will try to set up a hunter, which we have over here. Because the hunter is just producing meat out of thin air. We can use a lot of meat out of thin air. Once the hunter is finished, I'll probably resume the gameplay and show you a bit of the progress. Okay, it's now just a few minutes later. The hunter is finished. We're now producing 30 meat per day. Our people are currently consuming 26 food a day, so we are now for the first time in the net positive. Whenever we need to, we can still hunt, but for now I think we're stable. I'm building some quarters over here and I'm immediately assigning them to slaves only. Because this is where our humans are going to live. Before I can get any human slaves, I just need to get some money. So the next time the slaver comes around, I can sell some stuff and buy some human slaves. I'm currently getting a gift from somewhere. It hasn't arrived yet. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just gathering up some stone. I'm gathering up a bit of wood so my carpenters can continue carpenting, and one day the laboratory will be constructed and then we can go on. So far it's going good. I was expecting a lot more suffering. I did some testing before to see if the difficulty setting is a bit too much, but I've quickly come to the conclusion it doesn't actually matter that much. It just makes it a bit more of a hassle, as I talked about in the last episode. So what I'm going to do now is I'll again skip a bit forward, wait till I can grow my colony again. We're stable for now. Now it's all about slowly but surely expanding, getting bigger, getting more people in. And soon, when we reach 75 people, we have a new problem to think about, which is going to be raids. But that's a problem for the future. The near future, but still the future. Okay, so I'm going to skip forward a bit. It is a great day for our city, for we will get the first of our free labor. Welcome, my dear humans. We just bought our first 2 slaves. I will now immediately try to get a bit more money out of my neighbors, just so I can buy 1 or 2 more. Might even sell some food, because we're producing more than we need right now. Getting 13,000 denaries. And now I'm talking to the slaver again. And I will buy 3 more human slaves. Now we can employ a few more carpenters. The laboratory is still under construction. Our carpenters are producing very slowly. This will get a bit faster now because I think the humans will occupy this one. Okay, no, they are employed as fruit farmers. We also decided that our bug people are good enough workers that they deserve at least to have a lavatory where they can relieve themselves from all the stress. And now with our first slaves, 5 slaves, submission rate is 100% because I'm giving them what they want. Yeah, they want wells. Okay, so they're doing fine. They can have some stone. They cannot have clothing, however. And they cannot have any drinks. That is reserved for my insect boys. So now the 5 humans are working the fields. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to dig into the mountain a bit. Clear out some space for future expansion. Still try to build the laboratory. And then next steps would probably be to get some export depots. Maybe build a second baltibreeder breeder. That will take a while still. Only 5 out of 17 here. And then slowly but surely work ourselves into this mountain. And then maybe look towards setting up the first production lines. We did it! The laboratory is finished. There's an argument to be made if it's a good idea to leave the whole scientific progress of our civilization here up to the slaves. But I don't think anything can go wrong with that. Okay, accidentally everyone wanted to be a scientist. What I can do to ensure that is actually if I tell the humans that their work priority is laboratories. Yes, okay, it's working. So what is happening now is that we're getting science. Not much at first, we're gonna need to employ a lot more forced labor into this. But slowly but surely, we will get some science out of this. I can even put in some of my people. They're not good at it, but they're not like completely terrible. We also can let in more people. I'll be careful to not reach the magic marker of 75 just now. First I want to produce a bit more furniture, because furniture we're going to need to build our training ground. And then my target is to have a very, very small but quite elite force of suicide bugs. My hope is that they can actually win a few fights, because the Garfimi are naturally not that bad combatants. They just have a few morale problems. So I wanna work around that by giving them a lot more training than they need. Also, I've decided to give my people a bit of religion, because religion is always nice. We're producing our furniture. Now we're actually stockpiling some furniture. Our baltibreeder is almost up to capacity. As soon as this hits 17, I'm going to build the next one. Our fruit farm is working nicely. Our unskilled labor is not doing the best for it, but we don't actually need that much food. We're still producing way more food than we need, which is also great. I've moved my throne room a bit more into the mountain, so should there be an attack, I can defend it more easily. I'll even try to maybe build a bit of a fortification around here just to make it look pretty. But it's not needed. So the plans for the near future are getting a few more slaves, getting a few more scientists, actually doing something against our spoilage rate, and then moving on. Okay, we are making progress. We reached a new title, so from now on we could get raided every year. At the moment there's a 12% chance. So I've built a training ground and I'm training up my 10 elite recruits. I've also built a hatchery, so now I will get a steady supply of new workforce, because my insects are breeding. I'm also building quite a big baltibreeder over here. just because my first breeder is full and I'm stockpiling up some livestock. Other than that, everything is looking quite fine. What I could also do is start using the map to my advantage and forage a bit over here. Maybe also forage a bit over here. New people coming in. And slowly but surely we are making progress. Next big project is the multicolor breeder, so probably going to skip forward again. First of all, I love this song. And secondly, the slaver is back and he's bringing us some new scientists. Which is going to be great, because now we can employ 15 humans in here. And we free up a lot of our workforce. And we've just crossed the 100 population mark. Not quite insignificant. Just going to take a look how my military is doing. They are 15% trained. We're down to a 9% raid chance. I'm actually hoping for some raids because I want to find out how they would do in the fight. The Baltic crawler breeder is also going good. It's taken a while, but as much was expected. Other than that, not a lot going on. Okay, we're doing good. The Baltic crawler breeder is finished. Now my people are should be bringing in the animals anytime soon. Maybe you saw it from time to time. I had to hunt again to replenish my food stocks because during the time we were producing less than we were consuming. One thing that is a bit problematic is that my hatchery over here is cranking out little baby insects like there's no tomorrow. Problem is that Garfimi are breeding extremely fast. I can just look it up, but I think they only need a few days till they mature. Yeah, they need 16 days until they mature, which is, compared to humans, they need 80 days. Tilapis need 64, so Garfimis are by far the fastest to breed. I mean, they die also the fastest, but still. I have to keep an eye on this because this could make my population explode. And if I don't keep a close eye on it, then I suddenly have too many people, they eat all my food, and then the big dying starts. And I was expecting a lot more dying sooner. It's going a lot smoother than I anticipated. But the problems are just now starting. I'm at 100 population. We need to get to 500 until the game really becomes easy. So my next steps are probably to expand my living quarters a bit. And then we'll see about maybe starting the production of some armor, some leather armor, maybe some clothing. Okay, we've made more progress. So I've expanded the first Baltic roller breeder to accommodate for a few more. We've expanded to about 150 people right now. We're still producing just about the same amount of food we are consuming. I'm trying to build an even bigger warehouse over here so we can store up on some things. I'm trying to get the cotton farm started, mainly for exporting and for producing some cloth maybe. And I think we're just about ready with 1880 science to spend our first knowledge points. And the first things I want to take, because it's extremely cheap, is the Baltimaster over here. Taking like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels in it. That's 50%. And then we will also take a few levels of the hunting. I would love some roads. And most important almost is 1 and 2 levels of spoilage. Maintenance is okay for now. We don't need the hearth, we don't need the fancy market. We could go for refined taste just because it's like 50, that's not a big problem. We're definitely gonna unlock the stage. 100 is dirt cheap and it's a great building. Also probably plumbing. And then I think we're gonna save the rest. These 2 points in spoilage actually reduced our rate by almost 70%, so they are very, very worth. We're now down to under the level you would start at if you play on normal difficulty, so we've essentially eliminated one of the difficulty factors. I bought some more slaves. We have 25 human slaves now. The cotton farm is up and running. I've built a stage for my people. So now the happiness is up again. Right now 43 people would like to join me. If I accepted that, I'd probably call this game over. My Garfimi are quite happy. The human slaves are also submissive. I've built some first roads all throughout my settlement. It's the dread road that gives them a bit of dread, makes them scared. Just what the bugs like. My army is still training, they're up to 48% training. Raid chance quite high, 21%, so it shouldn't be too long till my first raid. But I think I'll end this episode right here. If there's any questions, if there's any viewers, let me know. And see you the next time.